Come with us to Bora Bora, one of the most iconic tropical travel destinations for a good reason. With its emerald peaks and its turquoise lagoon, Bora Bora is even more beautiful in real life than it is on screen. If you're planning a trip here, these are the things you won't want to miss. Bora Bora's Blue Lagoon is perhaps its most outstanding feature. There are so few places like it in the world. The combination of a white sandy bottom and clear blue water is what gives it its bright hue. Fortunately, seeing it for yourself is likely the first thing you'll experience in Bora Bora. If you're coming in by plane, like my friend and I did, you will see this from the air and it will stay with you for life. If you're coming in by ship, I highly recommend going on a scenic flight just so you can get that bird's eye view. If you're coming to Bora Bora by plane, you will want to know that Air Tahiti does not have assigned seating. This means it's first come, first serve on who gets the window seat. Arrive early to the airport and line up as soon as the flight is called for your best shot at getting a good view. Bora Bora's airport is so cute. It's not actually found on the main island of Bora Bora. It's on a tiny island called Motu, about a 20-minute boat ride from the main island of Bora Bora. Your accommodation will either pick you up here at the airport or you can take a public ferry, it's free, to the main island and catch a taxi or a boat ride from there. Enjoy an Overwater bungalow experience. Bora Bora has mastered the art of the Overwater bungalow. Most of these luxury resorts are found on Bora Bora's outer islands, giving you great views of the main island's mountains. Hibiscus tea. Hello from the Four Seasons in Bora Bora. Let's go for a little tour. Our Overwater bungalow had a view of the lagoon, and I quickly learned that there was an Overwater bungalow for everyone. If you're a honeymooner and you wanted more privacy, it's probably worth going towards the back of the jetty facing the mountains, where you don't have people swimming in front of your room. If you want more convenience and you want to be close to all the amenities of the resort, pick a bungalow that's closer to the shoreline. Yes, the water really is this blue. My friend and I spent 2 nights at the Four Seasons Bora Bora before moving on to the main island for the rest of our stay. Even with a media discount, this ended up being the priciest accommodation for our entire trip, but it was worth it just to see what the hype was about. Out here we have the Overwater bungalows, which look out to the main island of Bora Bora. You can see in the distance. You can swim directly from the bungalows into the water as long as it's a pretty calm day. Personally, I thought the plunge pool was a bit of a waste of money with the ocean just right there, and Hannah and I ended up having plenty of fun with just that. The behind the scenes of getting the shot. You'll never guess what we found floating outside of our bungalow today. It's an infant in her life jacket. It's Jack from Titanic. There was room for 2.
Only one in this life jacket.
Four Seasons Bora Bora has an activity center where you can rent kayaks, jet skis, snorkeling gear, and arrange day tours. Our bungalow is just there. It's fun, I think. Hard to tell. There's also a spa, a pool, multiple restaurants, but my favorite part of the whole resort was its miniature lagoon. On a little island expedition, walking through the sand to a tiny little islet. It's a little deeper than we thought. So pretty here. Perfect weather. Keep the weather in mind when you're planning your trip to Bora Bora. It can rain any day. So if you have scuba diving, hiking, or snorkeling trips planned, plan those for the beginning of your stay. That way if the weather gets sour, you can bump them back to another day. Rainy day edition of MTV Cribs. Woohoo! Rainy rain. We're now gonna go on a few scuba dives with Top Dive and hopefully see manta rays and sharks. But there's never a guarantee, so we'll see. Go scuba diving. Now that you've been mesmerized by Bora Bora's blues, it's time to take a peek at what's under the surface. Bora Bora has over 15 dive sites and lots of marine life to meet, but perhaps the star of the show are the manta rays, and so Hannah and I went with a company called Top Dive to try and see them for ourselves. Many mantas! What'd you see?
So many mantas.
So this site is famous for its black-tip reef sharks, triggerfish, and more eels. And at the surface we already see some awesome black-tip reef sharks. Sadly, it's our last few hours at the Four Seasons Bora Bora. We're really upset, but we had the best time and made the most of the 2 days we were here. Explore the island on an ATV tour. Many of Bora Bora's roads are unpaved, so one of the best ways to see the off-road sites is on an ATV tour. If you have your driver's license, you can drive any ATV on Bora Bora. If you don't have your license, you can sit on the back or hop on with the guide. I think I set a record for being the slowest ATV driver ever in Bora Bora. My ATV with me and Hannah fell behind so badly that we lost the pack and they had to come back for us. Maybe it's because I've embraced island time a little too much, but I have no need for speed. The ATV tour stops at multiple viewpoints around the island, including Whanui Bay and, the next step on our list, the World War II cannons. Check out the viewpoints from Bora Bora's naval cannons. The U.S. military built 8 naval cannons on Bora Bora during World War II, and fortunately, they were never used. Much of Bora Bora's infrastructure is from World War II. The roads, hospitals, and water systems were largely built during this time, and it's also why the island is so popular with American tourists. We interrupt this guide for a quick snack break. While we were in Moorea, our tour guide told us that there is a long, kind of thick Tahitian fruit that tastes exactly like a marshmallow. Well, we have found it. It is this kind of twisty, long thingamajig, and we're gonna see if it really tastes like a marshmallow. We will see. I don't know how to cut it.
Do you peel it? Do you just...
It's real tough.
That's not like a fluffy marshmallow. Not at all.
I was kind of peeling open. Real soft inside. There's like these seeds. Can we try?
Yeah.
Go on.
I'll take a little one. Do you eat the seeds?
I don't know.
I'm gonna say no, based on our seed history stories.
We're not gonna eat the seeds, but we don't know if you can or not. It's a little bit sweet.
Sweet. I get the marshmallow.
Yeah, it's fluffy, but
I wouldn't make a s'more with it.
yeah. It's kind of like also a little bit watery. Watery but sweet. Like when a coconut has that sponge inside, it's the same texture like that. Not bad, I liked it.
Not bad.
Tasty. Go on a lagoon tour. You can't leave Bora Bora without going on a tour of its beautiful blue lagoon. Our guide was basically a stingray whisperer. As soon as she got in the water, they flocked to her, and sometimes they came a little too close for comfort. Tour operators feed the reef sharks and stingrays of Bora Bora, and this habitualizes them to humans. This isn't something I typically agree with, and I prefer to have wildlife be in the wild, but I had a hard time finding a tour operator who was actively against feeding the wildlife here. Most snorkel tours stop at 3 spots. Your first stop will probably be the reef shark and stingray snorkel spot. Then you'll move on to the coral gardens off Matira Beach. Your last stop will likely be either a white sandy beach on a motu, or you'll go to this waist-deep water where there's soft sand below to sink your feet. With so many things to do, you're going to want to make sure you do nothing at all. Enjoy a sunset drink at the Bora Bora Yacht Club and watch as sailboats bob along on their moorings. Thanks Thanks for coming to Bora Bora with me and Hannah. Don't forget to like and subscribe and stick around as we take you to Huahine next. I've also written a guidebook that'll detail every single tip I have for Bora Bora linked in the description below.